So, hello. Welcome. We are live. I'm
Hello.
here with some lovely ladies from TikTok, as you all probably know. If we want to go around and introduce ourselves and maybe give a light description of our character. Hi, I am Hannah Schooner Later, and I am the Dungeon Master. Sid?
Hi, I'm Sid, Sy.dnd, and my character is a water Genasi cleric named Fauna.
Awesome. Lydia?
Hi, I'm Lydiakoryn, and I'm playing a wood elf druid named Isleen.
Awesome. Shanda?
Hi, I'm Shanda, the D&D mom. And I'm playing a goblin.
Oh no. Awesome. Ashley.
Hello, I'm Ashley at Ashley_D&D, and I am playing a human fighter named Zen.
Awesome. Alright, let's get started. Welcome, traveler, to the snowy village of Cold Crest. Nestled on an icy mountainside, Cold Crest is a popular pit stop for adventurers making their way through the frosted mountains to the kingdom of Vardolia. Our adventurers received a letter from Billy Goodman, and a friend that they befriended on a previous adventure, personally inviting them to 100th Anniversary Ice Fishing Festival. Bundled up with lots of layers and various furs, our adventurers traveled to Cold Crest to visit their friend. As they arrived, the sign by the lake behind the village looks hand-painted. There are little drawings of fish that seem to have been made by children, and it reads, "Welcome to Cold Crest's Ice Fishing Festival." In smaller writing at the bottom, "No entrance fee. Rent a rod from Billy." I'm going to switch the map for you guys. I made a little tiny town. You can see it. And you are quickly approached by a man just dressed head to toe in fur, and you recognize him. This is Billy. "Welcome, friends! My bait and tackle shop is just across the way. Follow me. How have you all been? What adventures have you been on since we've seen each other?"
Pretty good. Doing good.
Zen will sort of just tip her hat quietly and smile at Billy.
"Well, are you interested in ice fishing today? I mean, I have a couple of rooms for you at the Winterwolf Inn, but we do have some festivities available. I mean, our snow cone cart isn't available today. Glenn is not here this morning. Not really sure what happened with that, but if you like to ice fish, I can get you some rods. Basically, just do whatever you'd like, but don't go past the town. We've had a few missing people past couple days. I mean, we did have that big blizzard, so it's not something to be too worried about, but I mean, we are missing the Fardro family. But regardless, would you like to ice fish today?"
Wait, so is Glenn one of the people that are missing?
Well, we don't know if he's exactly missing. He's just usually here promptly with his snow cone cart, and he just is not. So I suppose he could be one of the people missing, but there are 6 additional people that just aren't here. It's a pretty small town, so that's kind of odd, but we're trying to stay positive and enjoy the festival.
Is anybody looking for them?
Well, we have my friend Rod. He's out with his wolves just on his cart looking around, but he should be back actually any minute. He's just making his rounds, but we're trying to keep the happiness and positivity because this is a very exciting celebration.
Okay. Does anybody want to fish?
I'll fish. I mean, I'm gonna put him back, but
Great, excuse the
I'll
fun.
fish.
Is the expectation that we put them back? Because I want to eat mine.
Well, you could eat yours, you could put them back, we could just put them in the little lake for the kids to try to fish out once you get yours. I mean, you know, the possibilities are endless. He kind of leads you over to his shop, and he gets out 4 rods. He gets out 3 medium-sized rods and 1 smaller rod for Thudd, and he starts to lead you over to the lake. There's a smaller lake that's really shallow. It seems to be just for the kids. There's like 3 or 4 little kids with like baby rods, and it's maybe like 2 feet deep, and the fish look to, if you could see like 10 feet ahead, there's like a guy with a bucket of fish that's like putting them in the lake to make them easier for the kids to catch. And then across from that is the bigger lake, and it's kind of underneath a thin layer of ice, but there's like one hole that's been cut out to be able to fish through. There's a couple people fishing, but they kind of move out of the way for you to try. But as you're getting ready to fish, actually, there's like commotion up at the north right by the sign. There's the wolves that are running in, a bobsled is running in. You could assume this is possibly Rod coming in from his rounds, but he's screaming, "Help! Help!" And everyone is running over their kids. The mothers are keeping them close to them. This is a pretty scary experience because it goes from being such a happy, like, positive feeling to something is clearly wrong. You're about 15 feet away from the bobsled, and just from what you can see, there looks to be something underneath the blanket.
Okay, and I'm gonna go forward to go help.
Zen will run right over.
Okay, awesome.
Does it look like people are running from something or trying to
It doesn't-
expediently bring something to everyone?
It looks from, you kind of take a closer look, you pause, you're kind of frustrated because you were actually very excited to ice fish, but it looks like they are speedily bringing something, not necessarily running from something.
Okay. I will hustle up behind everybody.
Great. So, Isleen, you get there first. Could I get a perception check from you really quick?
Whoopty. Ooh. That's good. Yeah, that's a 28.
Wow.
Oh!
Very, very perceptive. So you actually not only can tell, like, that there is a body underneath this blanket, you can tell that it's probably a human, and you can see a hand kind of like hanging out from the blanket underneath, and it's clearly been covered for more reasons than one, as just from how high your perceptive check is, it looks like it was a human, but some of the parts might not be where they should be.
Is the hand clutching a snow cone?
It is not, unfortunately.
Okay.
Good question.
I don't want to see what's under that. Then I'm gonna stay close, but turn around. I'm like, keep talking to me. Just don't. I don't want to. Keep going.
All right. So the man, he's kind of hyperventilating. Like, he has so much adrenaline from he was just making his rounds and he found something. He kind of like looks to the mothers to shield the eyes of their children, and he pulls back what looks like what was a human man that has been absolutely mangled. But not only that, he's covered in a really strange layer of mucus. So whatever got to him just excreted something, or maybe was trying to digest outwards of itself.
Could Thudd go do a medicine check to see if this guy is too far gone to be helped?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, he's gonna kind of slide on over hesitantly. No, that's an 8.
All right, so he's dead. He is not. He's unalivened, as one would say.
I'm alive.
And Billy kind of pushes his way through the crowd and is clearly distraught. You can see that although this is very upsetting, he was really excited about his ice fishing festival, and now everything is just going so wrong, and he's just so frustrated. But not only that, there's this old crotchety woman that just pushes her way through and is like, she has like a crooked finger, so she's pointing at like Billy, but he's kind of pointing to the left of him without meaning to. She's like, "It's that Glenn! I knew we should never have trusted a Yeti into our village. I don't know how kind or sweet they appear. He's a monster!" And all the kids are like, "No, Glenn's snow cones are so good. He would never hurt anybody." And the mothers are like, "It's okay, sweetie, it's okay." And, like, the old woman is, like, getting the people to, like, agree with her, and some of them, they start yelling at each other. They're like, yeah, you invited Glenn into this town, and now look what's happened. And the kids are crying. It's just a whole mess, and Billy just stops everyone and is like, listen, I know what it looks like, but Glenn could never do something like this. I don't... And this big, like, barbarian man walks forward and is like, I don't know, Billy. Ice fishing festival, Glenn doesn't show up, people are missing, looks pretty bad. Billy exhales and...
That's my friend. Don't say something mean to him.
Billy puts his hand on your shoulder and is like, it's alright. Listen, my friends are experienced adventurers. Maybe they could pay a visit to Glenn and just put an end to the rumors. I mean, I'm sure that it's just a big misunderstanding. I don't think Glenn is capable of hurting anybody. And the guy kind of looks at you guys and is like, adventurers, are ya? Well, we've never had anything like this happen before. I don't want to go right out and say Glenn did it, but there are too many people in this village that would be heartbroken if that were the case. You think you could pay him a visit?
Excuse me, am I confused here? Does Glenn operate the snow cone stand and is also a Yeti?
That's correct.
Oh. Oh.
What flavor are his snow cones?
Lemon.
Question.
Yes!
So, Isleen, have you ever encountered a Yeti before?
Yeah, a few times.
Are they generally nice or hungry?
I mean, it really depends on, like, the time of day. I mean, like, around lunchtime, they start to get a little hungry. But, I mean, I do, too. Dinner time, too. Sometimes breakfast, but, I mean,
Do they
sometimes
eat
you gotta
people?
skip breakfast. Huh?
Do they eat people?
I mean,
I just want to make sure everybody here is not being, like, prejudiced. Like, is that a common thing that Yetis eat people?
DM, is that a common thing that you see people?
Stereotypically. So Billy looks at you guys and is like, there's been rumors about Yetis for years, and, you know, they're kind of scary looking, and so it might fuel nightmares of children. Maybe a few mothers made up a story to prevent their children from going anywhere near them, but I am a personal friend of Glenn's, and he has been nothing but sweet. He is very ill-tempered, mild-tempered, I should say, and his snow cones are divine.
Zen is...
Sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
Zen would like to go up to the body and inspect the mucus.
Okay.
Oh no, don't touch it.
Well, see, Zen is gonna touch it. So,
Oh
the thing
no.
is, Zen's gloves are fingerless because
Okay.
she's an archer.
Mhm.
So she's gonna take a deep breath because this has backfired before, and she's gonna reach in and touch it. And
So go ahead and make an
Sticky.
investigation check, just to see
Cool. All right,
kind of what you can notice.
cool. Oh, well, that's a 10.
Okay, so it's sticky, it's slimy, it's just... forgive me for this. It feels like boogers, just like a lot of them. But you go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
This is coming. Okay, well, that's a 9.
Okay, so you take... Let me get my little... Okay, not so bad. You take 2 poison damage points, and
Okay.
it smells awful, and it, from where you touched it, your skin gets rubbery.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yes.
Fauna, have you ever seen anything like this before? My fingers feel funny.
Can't say I have. What? Oh yeah, I can't say I have.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Body.
Even while I got here.
Does that mean that the body is bouncy now?
Are you?
Thud, no.
I mean, I can lift him up and I can do that if it will help.
Let's not make the body.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a good idea.
I just want to help.
Well, maybe we should leave it for now. Maybe if you don't find anything on your venture and you come back and you want to try that, then I am willing to try anything. But maybe we should check on Glenn first.
Our way is Glenn.
Oh, he's just about maybe 25 minutes through the snow. We could give you a sled and some wolves. That'll help you. He's just and he kind of describes the geography of how to get there. You go 30 paces this way, you find the big tree and you turn left, and then there's the burrow and you turn right. And let me get a survival check to see how much you guys retain of how to get there, because he's using only geographical points to describe. All right, what did you guys get?
16.
That's good. Okay.
A 10.
Okay. A 6. Okay. And then Isleen, what did you get?
18.
18. Great. So
Ooh.
you and Zen are on the same page as Billy. You're yeah, okay, I got you. Fauna and Thudd, you're kind of just what? Trees, but there are so many trees. How do I know?
Thudd is thinking about bouncing the body, and that is all he's thinking about.
Exactly. So you are, you don't get it as much, but your friends get it just fine. You're actually able to see the exact trees that Billy described, and the glen is kind of a little hibernation hole. You can just peek through. There's some woodland creatures inside, so you know that he said to turn right there. And pretty soon you find this icy cave entrance. Someone just said that my mic is really quiet.
Is it because it's flipped up?
Perhaps. Let me see if that is an improvement. Can you guys hear me better? Does it change anything?
You sounded fine to me this whole time.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sounds the same.
Okay, well, let's see if that improves anything. But you see an icy cavern, and it's made of ice, but it offers cover from the wind, and as you can see, it kind of starts to snow outside. Not a concerning amount, there might be a storm or anything, but snow does start to fall, and the cave is able to offer cover from that. It looks to be empty, except for this big pile of snow off to the right. There are 2 tunnels, one on the right and one on the left.
I mean, I like the left.
Well, but yeah. What do you guys think? I think we could say hello.
It's always classic.
Yeah. Hello?
Your voice echoes through the cavern, and it sounds like there's 5 of you. It's hello, 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 hello.
That's cool.
And it just echoes, but you get no response. However, the sound of your voice reverberates off the wall, and the pile of snow, a little bit of it falls, and it looks like there's something underneath of it.
Oh. I'm not touching
Wants
it.
to dig.
No lesson.
What was that, Zen?
You, Fauna, you do.
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one that wants to dig.
Does it look like there's a body shape underneath the pile of snow?
Do you
Oh,
want
no,
to
that
make
means
an
yes.
investigation check to
Investigate.
find out?
Thud will get closer
Mm-hmm.
incrementally and slowly.
Okay.
And when he gets about like 5 feet away, he's gonna say, can I have a snow cone? And then he's gonna look, like, try to get
Okay.
a better view.
So it is not a body. It actually, looking at the shape of it, looks to be a cart of some kind.
Snow cones? Eyes.
Is it a snow cone cart?
You are able to pull some snow off of it, and just by wiping the side of it, it says Glenn's Snow Cones. And there's an empty ice bucket, but it's all the ice that was from the bucket is just like all over the cart. And there's a scooper, some paper cones that are wet and a little damaged now, and lemon syrup. But can I get an investigation check just to see just like how much you see?
I'm just not rolling well. I have really good bonuses to everything, and I can't roll above a 5. 13 total.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, sure. So you're looking at this card. You're like, oh, this is Glenn's snow cone card. You can see the lemon syrup that everybody talked about, but on the handle, there looks to be a stain. Now, usually, because of a snow cone card, you could be like, maybe it's a cherry flavor, or maybe it's, just a red flavor, but you don't see a cherry syrup in the cart.
Probably has a flavor. It's not cherry.
It's probably not cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Like a hand print? Or is it more of a splatter?
It's less of a splatter and more of hands were put on the cart, and when they were removed, something was left.
Okay. He's gonna get up on his tippy toes and take the bottle of lemon syrup and then come back to the rest of the group and say, I think there's some blood on the cart.
Immediately, Zen is gonna pull out her short bow and an arrow and just have it knocked and ready because she's like, all right, game time.
Yeah, totally.
Better get that cart.
Isleen's just gonna look at her and be like, oh, okay, we're doing this. And it's gonna pull out her scimitar.
Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure Fauna's gonna eyeball the lemon syrup that Thudd took and go, oh, free snow cones, right? There's blood, that's sad, but
Thud is just gonna take a swig out of it and hand it to Fauna.
It's very sour.
So, actually, Fauna, the pile of snow on top of the cart is not very dirty. I mean, if you guys have lived in snow, the snow gets very easily dirty when it's sitting there for a while, but it actually looks clean enough that a snow cone could possibly be made from it.
Just making a snow cone.
Alright.
But not right now. I think that's a bad idea. I think we'll do it later.
Okay, we'll come back
Good
here.
thinking,
We'll come back.
I'm gonna put the top back on and put it in my robe.
Alright,
And
perfect.
I'm just gonna camp on it.
Perfect.
Get it nice and warm.
Yeah. Alright. So there's nothing else in this cavern except for 2 passageways, and just looking down it, you can't tell what's on the other side because they go and then they both turn.
Isleen, you said the left, right?
Yeah, left's cool.
Sounds good.
Alright.
And I'm just gonna go onward with my scimitar and start walking down the left tunnel.
So
The thing is,
sorry.
Zen does not have dark vision.
Well,
Zen is-
surprisingly, because of the ice, it is pretty lit. And actually, you find, Zen, that walking down this hallway, there actually is a faint blue glow coming from the next room. And as you continue walking, you start to see very clearly, and it opens to a breathtaking, icy room covered with faintly glowing blue and green crystals, and the icy walls, it's kind of scary at first until you realize that they're frozen. But it seems that various small and large creatures have been encapsulated inside the ice, and just looking, they look to be almost like sculptures, having been trapped in this ice for who knows how long.
Doesn't seem. I don't like this place, y'all.
That is gonna get like closer to Zen.
Mm-hmm.
Nervously take a sip out of the lemon syrup. Put it back.
Zen's gonna look down and say, "Chin up, soldier," and she's gonna walk right up and she's gonna look at the like sculptures more closely and
Okay.
see if they're humanoid,
Sure.
if they look like.
Can I
What
get
are
an
they?
investigation check?
Sure. Okay, well that was a natural 1.
Alright, so they're not humanoid, but you also don't know what they are. They look like, maybe because you don't recognize them, perhaps they're from like a really long time ago that you just don't see them anymore. There's like long, like almost eel-looking creatures. There looks like something that kind of resembles a dinosaur, but also not really. And but you can't really make out what they are, but it's pretty clear that they are frozen.
Is there maybe an evolution of a sloth?
I mean, unfortunately, it's not an evolution, but there is something you kind of, like, you go into your mind and you're like, hey, I kind of remember that one, and there is a sloth. There is a sloth.
Okay.
Mhm.
Alright. Zen's just gonna look and say, yeah, I don't really know what these are. I tried.
Fauna's gonna like run up. Side, when like kids at the aquarium like put their hands on the glass and like stare at. She's gonna go, all I know about Glenn is that they make dope snow cones and they are like an amazing architect. We need to find them now because I need to meet this person.
Is there a hallway?
There is a
sorry.
hallway. It's at it's kind of a big cavern, and the hallway's at the whole other end of this room. But Isleen, can I get a perception check from you?
Yes, ma'am. That's a 22.
Great. So
Oh.
you are less curious about the sculptures that your friends have been looking at, and more curious about how it looks like this bundle of what originally you thought were crystals are mushrooms. And they're glowing, just like the others, but as you're kind of looking at it, you're like, well, that's kind of weird. Those are mushrooms. It goes from being a white to a flash of green, back to white. Flash of green, black to white.
Hey guys, look at these mushrooms. And every time they flash, I'm gonna like look, like do a little at it.
When you do that, it actually not only flashes green, but stays green for a couple seconds before reverting back to its original color.
You guys, I can control mushrooms.
Has Thudd ever seen mushrooms like this before?
Why don't you make a history check?
History. Hey, that's better. 17.
Alright, so you haven't seen, like, actual mushrooms like this before, but you do know of creatures that like to disguise themselves as mushrooms.
Meanwhile, Isleen's just gonna be trying to have a dance party with these mushrooms.
Isleen, I think that's a critter.
Oh, hey! You got nice moves there, little friend.
As you
Oh,
start,
God.
what languages do you
It's
speak,
a
Isleen?
friendly one.
What, Hannah?
What languages do you speak, Isleen?
Oh, that's a good question. Common, Druidic, and Elvish.
Okay, so, it moves to be the stalks completely green, and a little eye stalk kind of pops out of one, and it kind of like gets a little closer, kind of like rotates, like almost like it's trying to understand what you're saying.
Ah, okay. hold on. I think I got you. And I take a minute. Hold on, let me make sure I have this spell.
I think while this is happening, Zen's gonna walk up and like put her little finger down the back of Isleen's jacket and just pull her to make sure she's more than 5 feet away from this creature.
Okay.
Just out of reach.
You were like, I am going to poke the glowing.
No, she's just gonna like very gently pull Isleen back a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry, I can only talk to plants. And if this isn't a plant, I don't know what I can do.
You feel in your brain, it's not threatening, but it feels like something might be trying to get in. But it's not scaring you. It's actually making you kind of calm. But I'm going to ask you to make a wisdom save, but you can choose to fail it if you want to let it in.
Oh, yeah, I'm a fail it. This is a cool mushroom. He's my friend, and he looks cute, so...
So, you open your mind, and you hear a sweet little voice that's like, "Are you a friend?"
Did you guys hear... Little whoa! Hey, yeah, friends.
I'm sick.
Sorry, you cut out on me.
Are you talking?
Sorry, you cut out on me again. I'm so sorry.
I'm sick.
Oh, you're sick?
As you continue talking to it, the stalks become tentacles, and in front of you is a flumph, but
Hannah.
it's not a flumph you've seen before. If you want to look at here, let me.
Is it a strawberry flump?
Unfortunately, it is not a strawberry flumph, but it's what I like to call a frosted flumph. And it's all white with icy blue tentacles. And it reveals itself to you.
God.
And I'm sending a little picture. It reveals itself to you, and it starts to kind of approach. And it's like, "I like your energy. I'm Boots."
Oh my god, that's so freaking adorable. Oh,
God.
Well, I like your energy, Boots.
"Thank you. Hey guys, it's okay." And he you can hear in your mind, he talks back, and 3 more little guys come out, and the rest of you feel from the other 3 you didn't know that this happened to Isleen, but you feel like a non-threatening light pressure in your brain, like something is trying to communicate with you, but you don't feel scared. It's not piercing, it's just light, and it's just there that they are trying to open telepathic communication.
I hear other people talking.
You begin
And everyone's
to
like,
hear...
"Oh, that's so cute." I'll probably let it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zen will not. So is that a wisdom save?
That is a wisdom save, yes.
I changed my dice too, and I just rolled a 2. So that's a 3.
So you try not to let it in, but it's kind of overwhelming. And as soon as you hear the voice, he's kind of like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm really sick. Can you guys help me?" My internet cut out for a second.
So what are you doing in here?
"Oh, well, I'm a flumph, and we live off of other people's energies. We absorb them, and that's how we live. And we used to live so good. Glenn's energies were so positive, and we lived here happily for years. And then about a week ago, just this new energy came in, and it's so bad. It just makes us sick."
Oh, where's
I just have
Glenn?
I have the meme in my head. Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my energy.
Take my energy.
I don't know.
Number 8.
Ashley thinks they're so cute. But
They're
Zen
cute.
is very stressed.
Yeah.
She understands that it's like a warm, soothing energy, but at the same time, she's like, what did we eat?
Right. Boots, which is the main one that's been talking, turns to you and is like, I think Glenn is just in his room, but he hasn't come out or made us snow cones. So I don't know what's going on, but we're kind of scared. I mean, it's only ever been positive vibes in here, and now there's something bad. I'm worried about Glenn.
Where is he?
Well, his room is just through there, but, you know, like about a week ago, he came in and he seemed really upset. And I'm not really sure why, because he's never upset. He never gets upset. And he came in and he was like stumbling and almost like crying, and he just locked himself in his ice room and he won't come out to play cards.
Like red syrup all over him?
I mean, I guess you could call it that. I didn't think it was syrup, but if it's syrup, I feel a lot better.
Hey.
Okay, you said his room's that way?
Yeah, his room's right through there, and then there's another hallway to the swimming pool. But I don't know, there's something in the swimming pool. I don't want to swim in there anymore.
Know
Does
what
the
that
thing
thing
in this-
is?
Yeah, does the thing in the swimming pool have the bad energy?
I think so, but it's kind of hard to tell because it's just coming from the general direction of like that way. So I don't want it to be Glenn, but the bad energy is coming from the same direction that's either his room or his swimming pool. I don't know.
You sensed any other energies? Like, I know Glenn has usually the good energy. And then there's the new bad energy.
Mhm.
Have you any other ones?
There are some that are like, it's hard to make out. It's almost like they're just neutral. Like they're not even conscious. It's weird.
How many energies would you say, if you had to count, that are neutral?
He tries to lift his tentacles and he doesn't have fingers. So it's kind of hard because he kind of loses count. And he's like, well, there's Glenn, and then there's the bad thing, and then.
And then I go here. You just tell me, and I'll hold up the fingers.
Okay, thanks. So there's 4 of us, of my friends, and then there's the 4 of you, and then there's Glenn, and then there are like 3 bad ones, and then
Guys, I ran out of fingers.
like
Oh, I got it.
and then like 4 I don't know what they are ones.
Okay.
3 bad.
That's
4
a lot of
not sure.
energy.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of a
Glenn.
lot. I have a headache, but you know what, you guys being here, I'm already feeling kind of less congested.
Huh. It's nice.
We still have somebody missing. Oh no. Okay.
Mm.
But I would try to talk to Glenn first because he might know what's going on. He just might be really scared and like need a friend. But like, I don't know. I mean, I would go with you, but I don't like fight.
Yeah, you stay.
Yeah.
Okay. And they kind of float over and they start to form back into a mushroom. And they're like, hey, if you figure out what happens to Glenn, and you like fix it, can we have snow cones later?
100%.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Zen's gonna look at Thud.
Awesome. Thank you guys. good luck. And
Oh my God.
Zen,
I'm-
can I get a perception check from you really quick? Just like a general, just like a...
Okay.
Miles into that. Oh no!
Oh my God.
Okay, this is not my day. All right, this is a 9.
Okay, you're looking around. You, as you said, Zen is kind of like, I don't really know how I feel about this. You're like looking around, and I mean, it seems to look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing seems to be different. What were you
Okay.
doing, Isleen?
Isleen's gonna start to walk towards Glenn's room, but then it's gonna be like, oh, and then like turn around and do like a quick Macarena with the little mushrooms, and then go, just some good vibes. Okay, and then
They,
keep
like,
going.
They shake their tentacles, and they're like, "Thank you," and he doesn't cough, which is really nice.
You're so cute.
So that's the homebrew that I made.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my
Thank you.
God.
It's
I love it.
perfect.
All right, so you, Isleen, start walking to the next room. Is that what you said?
Mhm.
Okay, so you're walking down this hallway, and Thudd, what you have identified as red syrup, you start to see like footprints that don't look humanoid. I mean, you probably have never seen a Yeti footprint, so it's hard to tell. But they lead to this room that is like not locked because it's just ice, but the ice has been moved to close the door. And just straight ahead down the hallway is the other opening, and just from what you can see lightly, there is a thin layer of ice and lots of water. So the swimming pool, as Boots described.
I want to go first.
Does anybody want to knock?
Zen, you're very brave.
Oh,
I think
thank
Zen
you.
should do.
You know, as soon as you say that, Zen's kind of like, even though she's like very confused and she's not in her element, you're gonna say, "Oh, she's very brave," and she kind of stiffens up. Yeah, I am. You know, and she's gonna go up and she's just gonna-
Directly behind you.
Yeah.
And he's gonna
And-
cast mage armor on himself, just like
Okay.
Zen's
In
gonna
case-
start by kind of knocking on the door.
You
with
hear
little Thudd.
a voice that is unlike anything you've ever really heard before. And he's kind of like, who's there? Stay back. I don't want to hurt anybody else. Please, go away. And he's like crying to himself.
Glenn,
How do you know my name?
we're friends of Billy's. We're here to help.
Okay, I don't know if you should come in.
Sorry, you cut out a little.
I don't know if you should come in.
Are you worried you're gonna hurt me?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got my snow cone cart ready for the festival, and then I went to bed, and then I woke up and I was covered in
Yeah,
blood
sticky
that
syrup.
wasn't mine.
Oh.
Zen, ask him if he's wearing clothes.
Oh, are you clothed?
I'm wearing pants.
Okay.
Pants. Okay.
I can make it so he can't move.
Okay. If anything happens, my friend here, who's also here to help, can make sure that you don't hurt anybody. Okay?
Okay, that sounds nice. Okay. And he goes and he starts to slowly move the ice open, and in front of you is a Yeti, and although your instinct would probably be to be scared, he does not look threatening. He's like got really big eyes, and he's kind of like hunched over, and as soon as he opens the door, he like runs all the way to the other side of the room and like sits down to kind of try to keep his distance from you.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna first look down at Thud, kind of give Thud a little thumbs up, like good thinking.
Okay. So Glenn,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna come and I'm gonna touch you.
Okay.
And it will be so you can't move and hurt us.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna go real fast Just close your eyes. And Thudd's gonna like do a little dash and sort of like slide across the ice real fast and touch his pants
Okay.
and cast immovable object
Awesome.
on his pants.
Okay.
Oh.
So he will not be able to take off his pants or move his pants
Great.
as long for up to 8 hours.
Awesome.
Wow.
Great.
And then Thudd's gonna like slide back.
Okay.
You may experience some discomfort, but as soon as we figure out if you're gonna eat us, I can make your pants normal again.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm so sorry you guys had to miss the festival. And he's like really nervous, and you can see that he still has like the cherry syrup on his paws, and he's like shaking. And you, Zen, because you're kind of leading, you kind of see like by his bed that he kind of got sick, like from seeing the blood. Like he's not having a good time.
Zen is gonna, like, you know when someone's like standing up, but like you can tell they're trying not to get sick?
Yes.
She's kind of like, stomach of steel, stomach of steel. Okay, are you okay if we like come in now, Glenn?
Yeah. If I can't move, then you're probably good.
So when did this happen?
A couple days ago. It's hard to keep track. I haven't really been sleeping, but I was getting my cart ready for the festival because it's one of my favorite time of the year. All the kids like my snow cones. And so I was getting ready for bed, and I just went to bed like everything was normal. And then when I woke up, I was back in bed, but I was covered in.
Yep.
And
No.
And I don't know what happened. And it's been a couple days, but I just locked myself in here because I didn't want to hurt anybody else. And did you meet Boots? Is he okay?
Boots is great.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened. I don't remember anything.
They said that there was something that came in to your home. Do you remember anything about that?
Well, I never saw it, but I did remember Boots mentioned something about something maybe being in my pool, but I don't know. I don't really go back there anymore. It's winter. It's much too cold to go swimming, but I haven't seen anything. I mean, sometimes I swear that my sculptures move, but I think that's just like a me thing.
Hold on. I looked at those sculptures. Mine. Ashley knows she didn't do it very well, but Zen thinks she looked hard at those sculptures. And she says that, I looked at those sculptures. You think they move?
Well, sometimes I see 5 things, and then sometimes I just see 4. And then I'm like, maybe there were only 4, but then sometimes I swear there's 5.
Like,
And
did you come here and they were there, or like, did you like collect them and?
Oh no, they were just there. But like, sometimes I think that if you think about like the structure of my cave that I made, it kind of seems like water could flow behind the icy walls. But I've never tried. I mean, I wouldn't want to like go like down like through the walls. I don't know why anyone would want that, but I mean it's possible, but they're frozen. They just sit there. I don't know.
Is sometimes there and sometimes not there always the same one?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
And what does that one look like?
It looks like this like weird like eel thing. It's got like really long tail and this big mouth and like tons of teeth. I don't know, it's really creepy. So sometimes I'm like glad that I don't see it, but then other times I'm like, nah, I see you and you're not always there.
Did you see this in the other room? I was thinking about syrup and I wasn't paying attention.
I haven't gone into that room for a little while. I don't know if Boots told you anything, but they told me that there was something weird happening over there, so I just haven't gone swimming. But, I don't know.
Do I know how many sculptures I saw?
Why don't you make a quick little history memory check?
History. Okay, cool. Natural 20. That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
at the beginning, you saw 5.
Okay.
When you looked again, it looked the same. Like,
Okay.
you weren't, like, counting because you didn't know you had to be looking for that. But at the beginning, you saw 5. And when you looked
saw
again,
5.
you were kind of like, yeah, I mean, it kind of looks the same, but you weren't counting necessarily.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, Glenn, I remember seeing 5 as well.
Okay.
And I think one of them must have been this creature or thing you're talking about.
Okay, well, I'm glad to know that I'm not, like, crazy, but that is also concerning. Well, I mean, no. I was gonna say I could go help you guys and, like, try to help check it out, but if it's that thing that did this to me, then I don't think I should be walking around.
Glenn, are you hurt at all, or is it you're
I
okay?
just have a headache, but I don't have any, like, scratches or anything on me.
I think I can maybe try doing like a Arcana check to see if maybe
Sure.
there's some sort of
Sure.
memory. Okay. So I don't think that's gonna do it. That was a 4.
So there is, like, magic here. Maybe it was the mushrooms and the flumps. Maybe it's the crystals. Maybe it's something else. You're not really sure, like, because you've encountered a few magical things so far, but you can't really pinpoint, like, anything like that.
So, Glenn,
Yeah.
do you remember going all cherry flavored syrup, or have you just sort of blacked that out?
I just kind of blacked out. I don't know. It was like I was sleeping and I was thinking about possibly adding some new syrups to my snow cone card. And then I just, like, I thought that I just, like, went into a deep sleep and I was just sleeping really good. And then I woke up and I had apparently left and, like, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't do that. I have a really bad gag reflex. It's just like.
They're both like,
One more question. Glenn, do you produce a lot of mucus?
I mean, when I have a cold and I sneeze.
Okay.
Spit on my hand.
No. No.
Not maybe on the ground. On the ground. Not on her hand, on the ground. Spit on the ground.
Zen's gonna hold out her hand and say, does your spit or snot ever make things rubbery?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He kind of, like, nervously, like, into Isleen's hand, but it's like nothing, and it's not anything like what you saw.
Okay. Well, at least we have some, like, substantive evidence that even if we know that Glenn didn't do this,
Mhm.
he's not safe to be around, I don't think he should help us. But he didn't eat that guy.
Mm-hmm.
We can all agree on that, right?
Yes.
I don't
Okay,
know.
Zen, do you want to go to the pool room?
I mean, I don't know, you guys. Like, I'm a vegetarian, but like, maybe I don't remember, but maybe I really did, and that's really messed up, and I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just like, it's like,
No.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm pretty sure you did do that. But
Oh, Thud.
we will make sure that you don't do it again.
Yes.
No. I stand by innocent until proven guilty, and right now your spit is looking pretty innocent to me.
okay, that's good, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just stay here then, because I can't move.
A bad guy couldn't make snow cones that good. I'm just gonna say it. Bad guys can't make snow cones. It's a known fact. Okay?
That would hold
So-
up in court. That would definitely hold up in court.
Yeah,
It
no,
requires
Zen is
good-heartedness.
sitting here this entire time, like, is this really the evidence that we're gonna use right now?
We don't have a lot more.
and spit.
It's a good mucus-based argument.
All right, Thud, Fauna, Isleen, let's go to the pool.
Pulls out scimitar again. Onward!
So
About ready to go.
you start to walk out the room, and Glenn is kind of in that same position that Thud got him in. He's like, okay guys, I'll just wait here. Good luck. And he's just like, I'll just wait here.
I mean, I can unfreeze his pants if you want me to, but I feel like I don't want to.
It's okay.
No.
I don't think you should. If that
Just
thing-
take a nap.
I take a nap right here.
I'm sitting nap right here.
Take a nap right here. Good night.
And you go back out, and you kind of see, like, a couple feet ahead, the same footprints, but they lead down the hallway, but it's too dark, especially for you, Zen, to see what the end of the hallway looks like, aside from the opening to the next room. But the footprints kind of lead down, like, this long hallway to a part where you cannot see.
Does anybody want to go first?
Zen does.
Okay, thanks, Thud. Zen's just gonna start, like, kind of not quite stealthing, but just like, you know, when you like 1 foot in
Yeah,
front of the other kind of thing. Just
Totally.
totally alert and attentive and like
Yes.
constantly looking.
So since it's an icy floor, you find you like kind of a few steps because you're focusing so much on what's around you, not necessarily your feet. So there will be a few times where you almost slip, and maybe like Isleen and Fauna have to like make sure that you don't.
Yeah.
And then you see just this. Maybe it was a body. Maybe at one point, and it smells awful, like terrible, and it looks very similar to what you, Isleen, saw underneath that blanket, and that same mucus is just covering it, and you can see, Zen, now that you know to look for it, the skin looks rubbery. It looks really strange. Can I get wisdom saves all around real quick?
Oh, really?
Lord.
Well,
17.
22.
Nice, okay.
Ooh.
Alright.
26.
Nice. Wait, is that A6 or 26?
26.
natural one.
Alright, I'm going to message
Oh
you.
no.
I mean, it's a 10 in total, but it's a natural one.
Yeah. Okay, I'm messaging you right
Okay.
now. But, Zen, the difference about this one is it looks like the mucus leads to the next room?
Okay, well, first off, Zen has a tradition, and so she's going to go into her deck of cards that she has, and she's going to put a card on top of the body.
Okay.
And it's going to be the Three of Hearts, that one. And then she's going to start following the mucus.
Okay. All right.
Like a fun tradition thing.
It's a fun tradition.
It's kind of fresh.
It's kind of fun,
you know?
kind of funky, kind of fresh, kind of
Alright.
fresh.
So, the mucus trail leads down the hallway into this next room. This room is completely empty, save for what you can tell is a body of water under a thin layer of ice. There's a hole cut out about like 15 feet ahead for something to get in or out, and the mucus leads into that hole.
Zen's gonna turn to Fauna. You can breathe in there, right?
I want to say no. I really do, but that would be a lie. Yeah, I can go in there. Oh God. I want to. Please.
Would you prefer if I sent something else in there first, maybe?
I would love if something was in the water that wasn't me. Would love that.
Okay. So,
Isleen's gonna. Okay, I'm sorry. Describe it to me again, real quick.
So there's a pool, like you can see the flowing water underneath the thin layer of ice, and then like 15 feet ahead, there's like a big, probably like 10-foot diameter circle cut out of the ice to get into the pool that the mucus leads into.
Okay, Isleen is walking up to the hole.
Okay.
Well, I don't think she can breathe in there.
No, baby, what is you doing?
Isleen's gonna crouch down and be like, "Whoa, guys, come look at this."
Okay.
I don't know
Zen
if I
will-
want to do that.
Zen will slowly kind of walk up, but just like also keeping an eye not only on Isleen, but like if there's anything kind of near the surface, any shadows or anything, because then
So
she
go
will
ahead
stop.
and make a perception check then.
9.
Alright, there doesn't look to be anything.
Perfect. All right, she's gonna walk up and look where Isleen is pointing.
Alright.
Come here. Look. Do you see that? And like
Uh,
Isleen is like leaning,
Mhm.
like very close.
like ready. Yeah. Do I see it, DM? Do I see anything?
Can I get
that...
a dexterity save?
Yeah. That's an 11.
Okay, so you are looking and you're trying to get closer to see what Isleen says, and as you are, 2 tentacles shoot out of the pool of water, wrap around your body, and start to drag you down. And with that, we're gonna take our break because I have to pee.
Oh my god!
Oh boy.
So
Oh
we
my
will see
goodness.
what happens with that after a little break. Thank you, guys. Okay, so... Okay, we are back. Hello, everybody. I totally forgot to adjust the map for you guys. That is my bad. It's kind of... I made the mucus... the mucus trail. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But here's
It was
where
green.
we are.
I'm glad to know it's green. That's green apple flavored.
Yes, that's the green apple syrup. Green apple syrup is what that is. So at the start, we are going to go ahead and roll initiative. Zen is being pulled into who knows how deep the pool is by mysterious tentacles. And I'm gonna take it in like intervals, so when I say like the interval that your number is, let me know. 25 to 20. Okay. 20 to 15.
I'm in there.
Okay.
Zen.
Zen is what?
Zen is 17.
Alright. 10 to 15.
10.
12.
Okay, 12, so we got Thudd. Then 5 to 10.
7.
Okay. Lucky. Okay. So, first, Zen, I'm gonna have you make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Ah, thank goodness I switched out my dice. 23.
Very good. Alright, so the tentacles are wrapping around you, and not only are they dragging you, they have got a part of your leg that is just your skin. And it doesn't feel the same as the mucus, but you can feel that there is poison that is trying to get into your bloodstream, and you're just able, like, maybe because of your like background, you've been able to train on how to like resist the effects of that.
Right.
So it does not get into your bloodstream, but you can definitely tell that it is trying, and it is currently dragging you who knows where. But do you want to no, what would you like to do?
I would like to try my best to get out of the tentacles and surface.
Yes.
So is that strength or something that I can make?
Yes, that would be strength. So go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
That is a 17.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so you're able to kick, and it gets the tentacles to go off of you. You start making your way towards the surface, and it actually allows you to get a pretty good look at what's underneath. The thing that had you has like claw hands and a tentacle body. As you're going to the surface, you kind of get a glimpse of what might be another one, and then something that you may have seen in one of the sculptures, you're not really sure, that's like 20 feet out before you manage to make it to the surface. It is coming after you, though. So it was, I'll say that it took a bonus action to get out of the tentacles, and you're taking your movement because you can't breathe underwater to try to get to the surface, but you do still have an action if you have a way to kind of...
I think, first thing, Zen's just gonna, like, get to the surface, and she's just gonna shout out, like, there's more than one, and, if she can't, she's probably gonna try and, like, squish Isleen on the face or something and just try and hopefully maybe snap her out of... She seems out of it to be leaning in this far.
Totally. Okay, I will write that down. Thudd, you have just seen your friend get wrapped around with tentacles and dragged into the water, but she has just gotten out. You hear the words, "There's more than one." What would you like to do?
So she's out.
She is not fully out, but she is submerged.
Like at the edge.
Submerged, yeah.
Is everybody like crowded around the hole?
I don't. Fauna, were you around the hole, or did you stay back
think-
with Thudd?
I think I stayed back with Thudd.
Yeah. So Zen is right next to Isleen, who was leaning really close.
Okay. I'm gonna get her up to the hole, and I'm going to direct a pulse wave
Okay.
into the hole down towards whatever it is that this thing is.
Great. Can you read it to me just so I know kind of how to?
Yeah.
handle the
So
water?
this is from the Exandria book.
Cool.
You create intense pressure, unleash it in a 30-foot cone, and decide whether the pressure pulls or pushes creatures and objects. Each creature in that cone must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 6d6 force damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And every creature that fails that save is either pulled 15 feet towards you or pushed 15 feet away from you, depending on my choice.
Great. And what is your choice?
Push.
Push. All right.
I want to give everybody the opportunity to get back from the hole.
Awesome. So the 30-foot cone will encapsulate the one that wrapped its tentacles around Zen, and then the second one that she saw underneath the water.
Yeah, pushing it down. So it's a
That
con save.
is a fail. And then what is the DC?
17.
Okay, so there's one fail, one success.
Okay. So
Roll damage for the fail.
for the one who failed, it's 22 points of force damage, and the one who succeeded is 11.
Okay.
So you see Thudd like run up, skid up to this hole, basically like punch the water, and this shockwave enters the water, and you can all probably feel it because water transmits that sort of stuff really well.
Awesome.
And then I'm gonna shout, "Everybody get from the hole!" And then I'm gonna run away from the hole as fast as I can.
So, Isleen, you can make another wisdom saving throw, but I will give you advantage because Zen is kind of like pulling on your cheek and trying to like slap you out of it.
Okay. Okay, that's a 27.
Great. So you snap out of it. You have no memory of what just happened, but seeing as how Zen is now drenched in water and trying to slap you out of it, something definitely occurred. You still have an action and a movement.
Huh?
Get out!
I'm gonna see Thud running and be like, ah! And like, I just use my turn just to slide back and get away from the hole.
Okay. Great. Fauna, it is your turn.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna cast. Where is she? Okay, Guardian of Faith.
Great.
So that if any of those critters try to come out the water to get to us, they will take some damage.
And is that 5 feet or 10 feet it attacks?
10 feet.
10 feet, great, okay. Awesome. Do you have a bonus action or do you want to move at all?
I'm pretty far from the hole already, so I think I'm gonna stay where I am.
Great. So awesome. I'm just gonna write something in here. Okay, so these creatures, one of them just got pushed 15 feet back from Thudd's pulse wave. The other one took the force damage but was not pushed back, is going to move 30 feet towards the hole, and on its next turn it will be able to get out of it. The other one is going to move 30 feet at an angle kind of towards the left of where Thudd is, but underneath the ice. That's back to Zen.
Okay, I will use as much of my, however you deem it, movement action to like actually pull myself out.
Yeah,
of the...
that'll only take like 5 feet like of movement. Like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, so there's one that's somewhat close to the next
There's
turn
one
will come
heading
out.
to the hole, and then there's one that is staying beneath the surface, but kind of heading towards Thudd, where Thudd is.
Okay. Zen is going to grab her short bow,
Mhm.
and she is going to use her magic arcane archer thing.
Cool.
She's going to use a seeking arrow.
Okay.
So this ignores half cover and 3/4 cover, and I don't make an attack roll. It will like find the creature.
Awesome.
So I'm going to aim it at the like one that's closest,
Okay.
and it has to make a dex save.
Great. And what is the DC on that?
That one is 14.
Oh, it got 14. I'm sorry. So what does it get? Half damage?
It's half. So it will be the full piercing, but half of the force damage.
Okay, great.
So short bow. That's going to be like regular 6 piercing.
Okay.
And then half force damage is going to be half of 5, however you do that.
Okay, so we'll do 3. So we'll round up there. Okay, awesome.
And then she's going to move back. Like
Okay.
she'll bolt.
As far back as you can go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Thudd, it is your turn. You see Zen kind of shoot her magic arrow into the hole, so she's kind of covering that part. But you see this shadow move underneath the ice towards you.
Okay. I can see this shadow,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do I notice it?
It's also, sorry, it was magical piercing. That's my
magical
miss.
piercing. Great. All right. Awesome. That does not.
Okay.
It takes full damage from either of those, but perfect.
Okay.
You can actually, because you just did your pulse wave, and as you're running back, you can kind of track that the one that pushed back the farthest is focusing on the hole, and the other one decided to move kind of to the side and is coming at you underneath the ice. It's only about a foot of ice. It's very thin. So
Okay.
you can
Do I
that
see
it's-
any other?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Not 20, baby, 22.
Awesome. So, you see this bigger shadow moving towards you, and you're kind of like, okay, is this all I'm dealing with? And you look around, and in the other corner, you can't make out what they are, but you can see like 4 other shadows kind of moving beneath the ice towards Fauna.
Okay. What is the distance between me and Fauna?
Probably about 15 feet.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So I'm going to be looking around and I'm going to see all these shadows and we'll see this one underneath me. And go, oh, too fast. They're too fast. And kind of squeeze my fists, and every single one that I can see, I'm going to cast slow on.
Okay. And
So that's a wisdom save.
Great. And that's half speed on a failure? That's that one?
So target speed is half. It takes a -2 penalty to its AC and dexterity saving throws.
Awesome.
It can't use reactions. On its turn, it can either use an action or a bonus action, not both.
Awesome. Okay. And
it can't make more than one attack on its turn.
Okay. And you said that was wisdom saving throws for them?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
It's a good thing you got nat 20. You could see all of them.
Yeah.
That is a failure.
Dope.
That's a natural 20, so that one does not fail. Then you've got, what is the modifier? That is, what's the DC again?
17.
17. That is a failure. That is a pass. Failure. Natural failure. All right. So you managed
a couple other things about slow, real fast.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if these things can cast spells or not,
But if it attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, you have to roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell does not take effect until the creature's next turn.
Okay.
And the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. And if it can't, the spell is wasted. And it can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. If it succeeds, then that effect ends.
Awesome. Okay. So let
That
me
spell is
just...
so good.
Slow is one of the most OP spells, in my opinion.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
I'm
goodness.
just going to make official note of which ones passed and which ones failed. Mm. Great. So you managed to get a lot of them to fail, which is great. Okay. Fantastic.
And I'm going to try to slide away from everyone.
Okay.
Like, where...
Kind of like towards the tunnel again?
Yeah, exactly. Kind
Okay.
of like away from where I think there's water
Awesome.
paths for them.
Okay, cool.
And I'm just going to kind of like cower a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm okay?
Okay.
What?
Isleen, you are no longer whatever that was, but I need you to make another wisdom save.
No, okay.
Oh.
That's a 12.
That is... what is the DC? Oh, nope.
No, don't make that noise.
Sorry, I am sorry. So I am gonna just a quick little whisper here, which would be much easier if we were in person. Okay. You hear this in your mind.
Okay. So, all right. So, where's everybody at
So
compared to like where I am?
Zen just got out of the hole, and you moved towards Thudd, right, Zen? Is that what happened, or were
Yeah, I kind of moved, towards where
Yeah.
the people
And
are.
you, Isleen, moved even further back. So if you're facing the hole, you are here. Zen is a little closer. Thudd's in the hallway, and Fauna is behind you.
Okay. So about. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at
No.
picturing these things.
That's okay. That's okay. So
Okay, so-
can you see the map?
I can pull it up real quick. Yeah. Okay, I have
I
it.
can try to ping. So
Okay.
So Zen is here.
Okay.
You are here.
Okay.
Thudd is back here, and then Fauna is like right here.
Okay. How far away from the hole am I?
You are about 15 feet away, and Zen is like 10.
Okay. I'm going to charge at Zen and try and push her back into the hole.
Okay, I am going to need a athletics check and then a contesting athletics check. So, Zen, you can try to make one too. We'll do that.
Do I see any like change in her expression
She's
as?
behind you. And
Okay.
so unfortunately, I'm going to have you make it with disadvantage because you do not see it
Yeah.
coming.
Okay. Okay. 9.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
Oh my!
All right.
That was overkill.
Let me
My
Zen
apologies.
pushed
go
so
ahead and
hard
roll,
into the water.
Can I get a D10 from you, Lydia, please?
Okay. That's a 9.
It is not Zen's day.
So you are able to push her to where her feet are now in the hole. It
Okay.
will take another turn to get her fully into the hole, but her boots are back in the water. Fauna, it is your turn.
Okay. So Fauna just saw her get pushed into the water again. I think she's gonna be like, okay, last time, and like smushed her face, so that worked. So I'm gonna go do that. So I think she's gonna run over, and kind of just try to give her like a little
hey.
Yeah.
A little hey, bud. Maybe a little harder than she would have had to because you just pushed her in the water.
Yeah.
Okay. I will take note of that. So, Zen.
And then,
yes. Sorry, you have more.
oh no! I was thinking, but that's gonna be it.
You're gonna save it. Okay. Where did you put the Guardian of Faith exactly? Like, could you ping on the map? Do you know how to do that?
Let me do that. So I put it like between. I guess they were at the hole and I was over here, so probably around where. Oh, that's not the ping button. Oh, jeez. Okay, around here. Did it ping?
Are you on
I'm
the
pinging.
arrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just hold down.
Yeah, hold it down.
Hold down. There we go.
Okay.
Around there.
All right, great. So, the thing that we don't know exactly what it is yet is that failed the force wave save initially, has now made it and wraps its tentacles around Zen once again. I need a dex save with disadvantage because Isleen is helping.
Oh.
Oh. It's a 9.
Alright. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Back in the water.
Pulls you back.
I'm in the
into
water. I'm drowning.
I tried to scream, but my head was underwater.
And I am going to need a Constitution saving throw again.
Oh no.
Oh, 25.
Great. So once again, the poison does not affect you. And
Too good.
You tried.
yes, the other is going to Thud. You moved out of the way, but it's going to move closer to the hole again and crash out from underneath the ice. Can I get a dex save, Fauna, please?
Yes. Not my strong suit. That's 4.
Okay.
I think that's gonna do it.
So it manages to crash out of the ice, and not only the force from it coming out, but the ice moving over. You are knocked prone from the pressure, I should say, and it is going to take one of its meaty claws and claw at you, or attempt to it.
Okay.
The claw.
Come play D&D with me, she said. It'll be fun, she said.
Does a 16 hit?
Oh.
No, it does not.
Oh, sorry.
Great.
I guess I got it. It does not hit.
Perfect. So it is able, you're knocked prone, but it kind of goes for you, and you're able to like flatten against the ground, and it just completely misses. And then
It's a matrix right there.
Is it in the range of the guardian, spirit guardian?
Well, you moved closer to the hole, right? But
I did
does
move.
the spirit guardian move with you? I forget, or does it stay?
I think it's in a
reach-footed?
fixed. Let me check.
Okay, I kind of forget whether it stays or if it moves with you, because that would.
I'm pretty sure it stays.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it moved closer to where you were, because you were like shaking the cheese.
Yeah.
And then where you were previously, however, you see 4 humanoids crash up from beneath the ice, but they look funky. They look like they have rubbery skin, like they have like gills almost. They have like a layering of that same mucus that you saw, and they match the description of the missing people. I'll leave you with that. So it is back to Zen. You are
Awesome.
again being pulled underneath the water.
Right. Okay, I'm going to try to get out of the tentacles again. So is that another strength save?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that one's a 9.
Okay. Oh, it's an 11. You
Okay,
are
so,
not able to get out. But, it's the strangest thing. As you're being pulled down, you see that same eel-like thing starting to come towards you that you swear was just a sculpture or was trapped beneath the ice, and all you can see is its tentacles start coming towards you. Thudd, it's your turn next.
Okay. I see Zen got yanked back down into the water.
Just yeeted.
Okay.
And you said I'm about like 15 feet away?
Just about, yeah.
Okay. Gotta be brave. She'd want me to be brave. And I'm gonna run and I'm gonna dive into the water.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look and I'm gonna try to see her and see what I can see. I have dark vision, goblins.
Great. Can I get a perception check?
Okay. Oh, come on. Could have been better. 14.
Okay. Can I get... Oh, you are a wizard, so you study a lot. You're very intelligent. Can I get a history check to see if you recognize what it is you see?
I don't. That's an 8.
Alright, great. So, you've never seen this before either, but it's really scary, and it's like a giant eel with teeth that is coming towards your friend, and the clawed thing that had dragged her underneath the surface is kind of holding her out for whatever is coming to do something with.
Okay. I'm gonna grab her by the hand.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to... Oh, you're going to grab her by the hand.
I'm gonna grab her by the hand. And I'm gonna cast Thunderstep.
Okay.
And I'm going to transport us back above the ice towards where I was standing before.
Awesome. Okay.
And everything that was within 10 feet of us down below, because I'm assuming she was probably 5 or 10 feet down in the water,
Yes.
must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm casting this at 5th level.
Great. So that is what's the DC?
17.
Okay, so the thing that was holding her fails, but the thing that was coming towards her passes.
Okay, so it's going to take half. And this is not a concentration spell, which is why I can cast it with the slow.
Awesome.
So rolling those dice. So the thing that fails takes 30 points of force damage.
Awesome.
And the thing that succeeds takes 15.
Okay.
And assuming that you're willing, then you
absolutely.
appear.
You're like,
There's this
"Please."
concussive boom, and suddenly you're not in the water anymore, and you're with me at the entrance of this cave, standing in mucus. And I'm gonna be all wet, like
lying there coughing and
"Are you okay?"
kisses her hat and just takes that and trying not to cry because she's just been grabbed by this thing multiple times.
That is a fantastic spell. So, Isleen, you have... This is the second time, but Fauna is now trying to do the thing, so you do have advantage again.
Okay. 24.
Okay, awesome. So, once again, you're able to snap out of it, and you see Zen is looking...
Great at snapping out of it.
Yeah.
Snapping out of it, I have down.
Yeah. Zen is, like, really scared and drenched again, and you can kind of tell by Fauna, like, in doing the slapping motion, that whatever happened before has happened again.
I'm just gonna look around, and I'm gonna see that I'm back by the hole. And I'm like, I thought I went away from this thing! And okay, what do I see around me?
So you see the thing with like claws that just attacked Fauna is like right next to you, but its focus is on Fauna, so it hasn't really like, you know, you were kind of on its side for a second there, so it wasn't really paying you any mind. And then about 10 feet away from where Thudd and Zen have just transported, there are 4 humanoids that, although you saw them in your in your state before and it didn't really phase you, you're looking at them and they look like they are covered in that same mucus and have like gills and rubbery skin and just look overall like catatonic and spooky AF.
Ew! And then I'm just gonna turn and I'm gonna cast Blight on this thing that was after Fauna.
Okay, awesome.
So that's a Constitution saving throw for you.
Fantastic. What is the DC?
Hold on, sorry. I just lost things. Hold on. Come on, computer. Okay, 17.
Awesome. Okay, so it does not pass.
Okay, that's good. That's a lot of damage.
Awesome.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Damage.
Okay. 30 points of damage.
Perfect. What kind of damage is that?
That's necrotic damage.
Fantastic. Okay. Sweet. You still have a movement and a bonus action.
Okay, I'm running away from the hole. I don't like that I keep coming back to this hole.
Yes. So, are you going to use, like, your full movement to, like, get behind Thudd and everything, or to kind of, like, run to where they are?
To get behind Thudd.
Okay.
Behind Thudd.
I'm gonna crouch.
I don't know how many points you have, but I know I only have 62. So
you managed to just like do a lot of damage to this thing and then you book it. You're like, I am not doing whatever it is I've been doing again. And you try to crouch behind Thudd. There's this funny moment where Thudd, you're just like, are you serious? Like, what the heck? Fauna, it is your turn.
Oh, I was prone, so I'm gonna get up.
Sweet.
Then okay, so Isleen just hit the one closest to me.
Yes.
So how did anybody get hurt yet? How are you guys feeling? The vibes?
Oh, I'm great.
A little rubbery, but I'm okay.
Zen is rubbery and like wet, but not hurt just yet.
going to be very hurt very soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. My life will get harder in a bit, but for now, I think I'm just gonna use inflict wounds on one that just got hit.
Great.
I'll do like, I don't know. I'll do 3rd level.
Awesome. Okay.
Wait, what were you saying?
That's that's a save, right?
Oh, that's I rolled a hit and I rolled a
awesome.
17.
Okay.
Yes,
You
17.
You hit. You just
Yay. Okay. I'm gonna do the one on D&D Beyond because I'm too lazy to do the math. Okay, that is 37 necrotic. Necrotic? Yeah, 37 damage.
Very, very good. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So this one
Nice.
is looking pretty battered. But it is its turn. It is going to this one.
Could I do something really fast as a reaction?
Yeah.
Graviturgy wizards are weird. Let me see if I can find it again. Oh, that wasn't a weapon attack, was it?
That was a spell attack.
Oh,
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right, cool. And this one passed, so it doesn't have any hindering, or it has some hindering, just not all, with the slow spell.
Say that part again. I was reading something.
No, you're good. So if it passed the saving throw from your slow spell, it doesn't have any hindering, or it only has some?
I think it's just good,
Okay.
and I'll verify that for you right now.
Cool.
Yeah, they're not affected
All right.
if they pass.
Cool. So it is going to try to get you with its claw again, Fauna. Does a 24 hit?
Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's
Oh
gonna do it.
my.
That is 15 bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
I need a strength saving throw.
Okay. Geez, I'm gonna have to switch dice. That's a 7.
Okay, you are now grappled within its claw, and it, because you're so close to the surface, it has 30 feet of movement. It starts bringing you into the hole and beneath the water.
Okay.
And then the 4, like, weirdo-looking humanoids, it's kind of interesting, Thudd, because it looks like they have, like, a bubble of water around their mouths. It's kind of odd. But they are going to move towards Zen and Thudd and try to attack you guys. One of them is going to use... yeah, it's going to do that. It's going to use Guiding Bolt on you, Thudd. Does an unnatural 20 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. That is... Alright, I'm rolling low on damage, so we're lucky with that. Alright, that's only 10 damage with that.
It's okay. It's fine. Only 15% of my total.
And then one of them that's differently dressed from the one that just attacked you, Thudd, is going to take out its crossbow and kind of go for you, Zen. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is... that is 11 piercing damage. And the other two, one of them is just going to move towards you, Isleen, but not attack. It's just going to move to be close enough to you to do something else you're not quite sure. And another is going to move towards the hole to seemingly assist the creature in getting Fauna below the surface. Zen, it is your turn. There is one, both of the humanoids that attack you and Thudd are a ranged distance away. One is moving towards Fauna, and one is right next to Isleen.
And Fauna is currently getting dragged into the water.
Yeah.
Okay. First thing, Zen is gonna kind of give a look to Isleen like, you good? You gonna shove me in the hole again?
Isleen looks terrified that this humanoid is coming at her, where you can kind of see the last 2 times this has happened, she didn't show much emotion on her face. She was just kind of stoic. But she looks very terrified right now, so it's probably a good sign.
Alright. I'm like, alright. She good. Alright, and then I am going to shoot at the one that is currently... Is Fauna grappled right now, or is she
grappled,
just...
but from you
She's
can
grappled.
see the back of the creature, and he is kind of going into the hole Fauna first, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm going to start shooting at that creature.
Okay.
So using my sharpshooter feat, I'm going to sacrifice it in order to hopefully get some more damage.
Okay.
So let's see. using my short bow because that's what I have out. Okay, so that's an 11 plus. Wait, hold on. Let me just do the math.
Okay.
11 plus 7 is 18 plus 2 is 19. Minus 5 is 14.
18 plus 2 is 20. You said 18 plus 2 is 19.
15.
Great.
15 hit.
15 to...
After all that math, it better hit.
No, it doesn't.
It's okay. I get an extra attack. We're going to
Okay.
try again.
Perfect.
Times the charm.
Try again. Okay. Natural 20.
Very good.
Very
Definitely
But,
hits.
you know, if I can do my natural 20 plus 10, 27, 29,
You
minus 5 is
definitely
21.
hit. You definitely hit.
Okay.
And the way that I'm going to do the damage on this is that you're
Yes.
going to get the maximum possible damage, and then you get to roll again. So if
Perfect.
you
That's how
deal
I do it too.
2d6, then you get 12, and then you get to roll 2 more d6.
Perfect. Okay, great. So we're going to start with 6 plus a rolled 6 is a 1. A 7 plus a 3 is a 10.
Okay.
Plus the additional 10 I got for sharpshooter is 20. And then, so that attack is 20 magical piercing.
Awesome. You watch as your magical arrow kind of shoots into its shoulder. It not only drops Fauna, but it seemingly collapses and begins to sink into the hole. You have seemingly incapacitated it at the very least.
Okay.
Woo!
Thud, it is your turn.
Okay. Because this wizard is a battlefield control wizard, if you could give me like a basic, this is where everything is
Absolutely.
in relationship to me.
Yes. So
Okay.
you are. I'm gonna ping on the map. You
Okay.
are here. Okay.
Yes.
Zen is next to you, and she just shot at the thing that had Fauna, which was over here. Fauna's Guardian of Faith is here, so if anything gets within 10 feet of that, they will take damage. And the cluster of humanoids that attacked you are over here. Isleen and the other humanoid are here, and then there's the one that was trying to assist the thing in getting Fauna under the surface. Was that helpful?
Yes, it was helpful.
Great.
When I was under the water, did I see like how far it went? Like how deep it was?
Why don't you make you know what? Yeah, you made a pretty good check when you were under there. You can see that it goes very deep. You can't even tell how deep. Like, this isn't just a swimming pool. This is a passage to an ocean.
Okay. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm gonna make a bad space. Just shove them all in the bad space. And I'm going to cast Sickening Radiance somewhat down into the water where I know, because this has got a 30-foot radius. So I don't want it to hit
Fauna.
any of the people that you said were here and me.
Right.
And like, we're going to miss 2 of the rubbery guys here. But anything in this...
Cool.
Let me make a good picture here. Like, anything down in here, in that area, it's probably even bigger than that, is going to have to make a save. Constitution save.
Great. So, natural 20 for the thing that was underneath the surface. What's the DC again? Is it 17?
17, yeah.
Okay, so there is a failure for the creepy evil eel. We'll call it
Okay.
that. And the humanoid that is by the water, it was a Constitution save. Is that what you said?
Yes.
All right, it fails as well. So we have 1 success and 2 failures.
Okay. So every turn that the thing is within that 30-foot radius, it has to make another save.
Awesome.
Just so you know.
Okay.
The things that failed are going to take 23 points of damage.
Awesome.
That is going to be
kind of damage is that? Great question. Radiant damage. So this green flash of light appears under the water. Everything there also takes a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
And they also emit a dim greenish light in a 5-foot radius. So this should be helpful to pinpoint them under the ice.
Sweet. Okay.
They cannot become invisible. And as long as they stay in that area, everybody, they have to make that save every turn. And they can take a level of exhaustion every turn. And those stack.
Okay.
So just slide them in there like we're playing a shuffleboard. Hockey, yeah.
Hockey.
Or what's that? Curling. Like curling.
Yes, curling
Yes.
is a good one too.
Okay, so we have just about level of
We can play hockey with the
exhaustion.
creatures.
Awesome. Very good. All right, cool.
But now the slow is not in effect anymore.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Okay.
Isleen, I need another wisdom save, my dear.
No.
Oh
No.
Every
No.
time.
11.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay because Zen literally gave you the look
Okay.
and then shot. While she's not looking, you're like going crazy again.
I'm so sorry, Lydia.
And the thing is, I have a +9. I have a +9 to these.
I'm so sorry.
I'm guessing it's my turn. Okay, I'm charging at Fauna.
I need a contesting athletics checks, please.
Athletics. I got a 13.
I got a 19.
Okay. Yeah, no, you managed to get in the hole.
Just yeeted.
Just yeeted. And actually,
Yes.
humanoid that was right next to Isleen helps. Albeit drowsily because of the point of exhaustion, but he, like, helps her.
So, you need to roll a Constitution save.
For that one? Or for,
Nice.
No.
Isleen
Zen.
does? Oh.
Or is whoever went in the hole.
Well, Isleen pushed Fauna into the hole.
Yeah, so Fauna has to roll a Constitution
No.
save against the
Oh,
sickening
no.
radiance.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. That's a 12.
Oh.
Okay.
Everyone.
Sorry if I kill you.
You guys still
No,
want
I
to
have-
have friends after this?
I have a lot of health.
so you're gonna
it'll
take
be
it.
okay.
That's
You
one
take a
win.
level. You take a level of exhaustion.
Thanks,
You now glow green,
Excellent.
Okay.
and you take 16 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Thudd's like, no, run away.
It turns out Isleen's fine. She's like, oh, you said a wet. Oh, oh, my bad.
Ooh, that hurts. Alright, Fauna, it is your turn. I need a wisdom
Okay.
saving throw.
Oh.
One thing I'm. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Great. Okay, so you can feel something is trying to, like, get into your brain, but it doesn't feel like it did when the flumps were. It feels, like, bad, like it could harm you, and you're
Okay.
able to, like, block it out. But you see this creepy eel-like thing with, like, no jaw and a big mouth of teeth just, like, coming towards you as the humanoid that assisted Isleen is actually like pushing you underneath.
Okay. I'm trying to remember exactly what exhaustion entails.
You have disadvantage on ability checks. So not
Okay.
saving throws and not like attacks, right?
Thing-
Just like
Is it this thing's turn?
it is Fauna's turn.
Okay.
It's
it's
mine.
Fauna's turn.
Okay. I'm going to use Blink and get out of there. Then I can. So I'm like just in the hole, right? I'm not like super far,
You're
like
not super
water.
far down. It is coming for
Okay.
you.
Okay, let me roll to see if that works.
Yeah,
Please
you have
work. I don't want-
disadvantage. If you're exhausted, you have disadvantage on ability checks. First level of exhaustion.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So that works. I rolled an 11 or higher. So I'm just gonna. Bye, everyone. And just chill in the ethereal plane just for a hot second.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So, the humanoid is trying to push you down, and all of a sudden you like are no longer in its grasp, and it kind of looks really confused. One of the they're probably gonna die right now, but the other thing with claws is still in the hole and is coming up to try to get out of it, but it has to make another save, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Nope. Oh wait, actually, it was shining incorrectly. Does a 19 save?
It does. That's
Okay.
going to take half damage
Half.
and
Alright.
not another level of exhaustion.
Okay.
That'd be 15 total.
Okay.
Rolled 30.
Okay. You can't see it, but it is not doing well. It is going to move towards the, where the first humanoids burst out of the ice. It's going to move kind of towards that opening. And then...
Ooh, actually, can I make a clarification?
Yes.
It doesn't take half damage.
It doesn't take half damage.
It doesn't take
Okay.
damage.
It doesn't
Yeah.
take damage.
It doesn't
Okay.
take damage.
Alright, cool.
Sorry, I didn't
No,
want to.
that is no problem. So it still moves to that spot. It's just doing a little better than it would have been. So the humanoid that was trying to push Fauna into the hole, when you disappear, it kind of clutches its head a little bit, as if something is like yelling to it. It's kind of strange for the others to watch. It kind of like clutches its head and then turns around and starts to move towards Zen. And then there were the two that made ranged attacks on Thudd and Zen the first time are going towards the hole, but they pass through the Guardian of Faith, so they have to make dexterity saving throws. Isn't it on a fail they take 10 radiant damage? No, on a fail they take 20 radiant damage, and on a pass they take 10, and then it disappears once it's still 60?
Yes. It's Dex. The save is 16.
Okay, we have one failure. And one critical failure. So they are both going to take 20 radiant damage. So I believe that means that your Guardian of Faith has 20 more damage to deal before it disappears.
Yes.
So, and then this one is moving towards Zen. This one is going to move in the direction of the shadow going to the hole and kind of start moving ice out of the way to kind of make it easier for that thing to come up.
Make it roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since this creepy eel thing took damage from that spell Thudd, Isleen, you feel this drain as as 10 hit points drain from you and are transferred to whatever that eel thing is.
Oh.
Cool.
No doubt.
So now back to Zen.
Okay. So, the two things with tentacles and claws are both
Yeah,
like
one of
underneath
them
the water?
is gone, and sank beneath the water. The other one is
Oh, it died.
Yes. The other one is underneath
Oh,
the ice layer and is moving towards where the humanoids came out.
right.
And did that one roll a Constitution save
It did.
against the
It did.
second? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And our fun eel guy is somewhere under the ice as well.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there is the one humanoid by the hole, one humanoid moving the ice out of the way where it came out, and then the two that the Guardian of Faith just attacked.
So these humanoids look like our missing people.
Correct. They are dressed just like the townsfolk.
They look like they're too far gone, or they can be saved. Like, what's our vibe?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. 17.
So it looks like they are. It's like a disease that
Mm-hmm.
if a certain spell was casted, if they were removed from the area, if whoever dealt the
Right.
disease was gone, they would potentially be okay.
Okay. So, knowing that or feeling that way, Zen is not going to shoot the humanoids. Would she be able to, if she kind of shuffled to somewhere where there's a hole in ice, get a somewhat clear shot at the thing with the tentacles and claws?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so then she is just gonna go and unleash her shots because
Great. So you go to the hole right by Thudd, where the first claw guy kind of came out of the water, and it's a direct shot across from where the other one is attempting to come out.
Okay, cool. Do I need to make Constitution save? Have I passed through the?
You have not. So
Okay.
let me
Yeah.
ping.
Don't
So
go in there.
This is where
Okay.
that is.
Do
But
not
one
go
of
in
them-
there.
I think when Zen saw Fauna start glowing,
Yeah.
Zen was like, "Not for me."
Yeah. One of
I've been in the water enough.
Yeah. One of the claw guys came out right here, and the other one is going out right here. So there's like a direct, like, vertical shot. If
Okay,
you go,
cool. All right, she's just gonna start. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so the first one, is again. I'm just gonna do my sharpshooter thing because I like it. That first is gonna be so something above 20.
that hits.
Okay.
I should
Okay,
hope
that
that
is gonna
hits.
be. Yeah, I mean, I just know somehow it ends up being above 20, but I don't know if it's 20, 21, or 22. All right, that is going to be a 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 10 is 18 magical piercing.
Okay.
And then she takes another action. So she's going to shoot again.
Okay.
Same thing.
Mhm.
Okay. 12. Ooh, we'll see about this one. 12 plus 7 is 19 plus 2 is 21 minus 5 is 16.
16 is exactly what you need.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. All right, and that's going to be 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 10 is 14 magical piercing.
Awesome. So you shoot these arrows. Would you like to describe where you shot them? You managed to kill this one as well.
Yeah, okay. How does Zen do? Okay, so I think Zen kind of just like pulls out, runs over to Thudd kind of thing, gets next to Thudd, pulls out 2 arrows at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
knocks them at the same time. Very like Legolas kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like flings, hair flying underneath her like kind of cowgirl hat kind of thing that she wears. And it wherever it hits. But I just want the whole to it.
Yeah, so totally. You line that up, and the first one hits one shoulder, and it kind of moves, and then the other one just hits the other, so it's kind of like a doom doom, and then
I love it.
sinks. Great. You hear all of the humanoids, including Isleen, clutch their heads as if something in their mind is happening. So Thudd, it is your turn. The 2 clawed tentacle dudes are gone.
Okay. So, because I know Fauna is in the hole,
Yes.
I'm going to drop Sickening Radiance because I don't want her to die in 2 more rounds.
Right.
And so the claw thingies are gone. How many rubber people are there?
4 rubber people. There are 4 rubbery people.
4 rubber people.
Yes.
And then, are there any more critters in the water?
When you went down to get Zen, you recall seeing that eel. You do not see it, so it's not close enough to the ice to see, but to your knowledge, it should still be there.
So do these folks appear to be still in the thrall of something?
Yes.
Or are they unthralled yet?
So, they look different from Isleen. Isleen just looks like it was all through the mind. These things look like they have been physically transformed, and a lot of their humanity and regular function is, like, gone.
Okay. So, you think these guys are okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she tried to shove me in a few times, but I still think she's okay. I guess.
But I mean, like, the rubber people. We think the rubber people are okay, or should I be, like, nuking the rubber people?
I think go for the thing with the teeth.
The thing with the teeth. Nice. And I can't see the thing with the teeth.
No.
How big is the thing with the teeth, by the way?
From when Zen was checking out the sculptures and you were kind of like drinking your lemon syrup, it looked definitely large. Like, probably for you, like 7 of you in a trench coat.
And did it have also wiggly bits?
It had wiggly bits, it had a tail, and it had just this big gaping mouth with just rings of teeth.
Oh, now I'm picturing it.
Okay.
Delicious.
Would
Really
we?
palatable.
Okay. So I'm going to slide over to the hole.
Mhm.
I don't see Fauna, right?
Fauna's
on the ethereal plane right now.
on the ethereal plane.
I'm out.
Okay, probably for the
Peace
best.
out.
Do I see this thing?
Yeah.
Do I see this thing?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
The stress levels.
13.
Okay, so you have to stick your head under the water to see it. And
I will.
You can't gauge exactly, like, numbers-wise how far it is. But
I can see the direction.
You can see the thing. And
Okay.
not only that, you can see the thing coming towards you, tentacles out, and it looks kinda angry.
Okay. So this is what I want to do. It doesn't say it has to be flying through the air, but I would like to use catapult.
Okay.
I would like to, you see the dunk his head in the water, and then you see him like patting around his robes, and he pulls out
the 2/3 bottle filled lemon syrup,
Okay.
and he's going to just dunk it in the water, and he's going to cast Catapult using his last 5th level spell.
Awesome. I'm going to give you inspiration for that.
Cool.
And it'll be an improvised weapon. Probably...
Well, it just, so how Catapult works, choose one object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range that isn't being worn or carried. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in the direction you choose, stopping early if it impacts against a solid surface. If the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
All right, so I'll give you, you can add the inspiration to your damage roll then, since this is not an attack roll, it's a save. Does it take half damage on a save?
So on a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes takes bludgeoning damage.
Okay, awesome. Okay, that is a failure.
Okay, so that's going to be a 5th level, 7d8.
With an additional d8 of inspiration.
Okay. So without the additional d8, that's 30 points of lemonade flavored damage.
Great.
Plus another 7 points. So 37 points of lemony goodness goes rocketing through the water like a torpedo.
Nice.
No, that's gonna sting.
That's
No,
thing. We already know.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, you still are peeking your head underwater, so you can just watch it kind of goes into its mouth and its head rears back, and you can kind of see a couple teeth kind of fall out, and its tentacles kind of flare, and its fins on its back stick straight up, whereas opposed they were kind of doing this before. And it is not its turn, but it is not a pretty sight. It is very scary.
I'm gonna use my goblin bonus action disengage. My head's gonna come flying out of the hole. I hit it, and I'm gonna run
Smart choice,
back towards
I must say.
the cave.
Isleen, you may make another wisdom save without advantage because no one is slapping your face.
Oh, I literally just chucked my dice on the ground. Hold on, let me get another one. 14.
Actually, that is exactly what you needed. So, you snap out of it again. This time, you have a headache, girl. You're like, bro, I'm tired of this. And you are right next to a rubbery guy.
Okay, oh my god, and then I'm just, out of an instinctive reaction to being next to this creepy thing, I am going to use Wild Shape and turn into a brown bear, but for the sake of this theme, can we make it look like a polar bear? I can't be a polar bear, because I don't have that challenge rating.
You know what? It looks like a polar bear.
Looks like one of the Coca-Cola polar bears.
Exactly.
A little less furry.
Yes.
Okay, and then that's all I can do. I just got scared and turned into a bear.
Awesome.
I love it.
Do you ever just get scared and then you're like a bear? Because
wait, no, I'm gonna. Is this would running away evoke an opportunity attack? Is it that close to me, or do I?
It's pretty close, but the only thing I will say is that instinctively it does not want to attack you because it thinks you're still its buddy.
Got
so
you.
In a
Okay.
technical sense, yes, it would, but it is not actively targeting you, so its reflexes would probably not be fast enough to be like, oh wait, it's not us again. You know what I mean? Ooh, did I freeze?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, what I was saying was, yes, in a general sense, it would provoke opportunity attack, but the difference is it is not actively targeting you, so its reflexes aren't fast enough to be like, wait, she's not on our team anymore. Ha! You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you're
yeah. I'm gonna slowly back away.
Great. Fauna, you're just chilling.
In the ethereal plane.
I'm in the ethereal plane, just like, I hope they're doing okay. I hope they're not dead. And so I'm gonna kind of blink back.
Okay.
And I can move, what is it? I can go 10 feet where I vanished, so I'm gonna be 10 feet away from the hole.
Okay.
Wherever that maybe, just like towards, I guess, I'll just ping it. Maybe like I don't know the scale of this, but like somewhere around here, you know?
Totally. So
like,
you ping back, Isleen is a bear. But you have you've probably seen it before, you just maybe weren't ready for it because like she was not a bear when you left and then now there's a big bear.
Yeah.
And there is God, I can't a rubbery humanoid by the hole, and then two
Rubber
more
man.
on the other side of the Guardian of Faith from where you are, and then one that is by, I'll ping it instead of just pointing at space. And then there's one more that was like over here where the first monster like came out of the water.
Okay. And then I know of the like gross eel guy, but I don't know exactly where it is, right?
What it is, exactly where it is. All you know is that it has like if you think about it this way, it's rich and it's got servants that bring its dinner to him. You know, like he gets served. He doesn't have to do it.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think. I definitely should have thought about this beforehand, but I was just very you guys were doing such a great job that I was like in it.
No.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I need to stop saying okay.
It's okay.
Who's the closest?
Okay.
Okay. Who's the closest to me of you guys?
That would probably be Isleen as a bear. She just backed away from the hole, slowly.
Ooh. This will be like kind of fun, kind of fresh, kind of funky. I think I'm gonna give Bear's endurance and use enhanced ability.
Yes.
So you'll have advantage on Constitution checks, and you have 2d6 more temporary hit points than you usually would.
Awesome. Do you want to roll the 2d6 or do you want her to roll those?
I don't really care. I'll let you do it because I've been rolling really bad.
Okay. Lydia, why don't you roll 2d6 for how many temp HP you get?
Okay. Well, that's a 1 and a 2.
Aww.
Still better than 0.
It is better than 0.
Okay. So, next is Rubbery Man. So the rubbery boy that was by the hole is going to shoot its crossbow at you, Fauna. Does a 2, 3, 4, 5, does a 14 hit?
Fauna?
Yeah, Fauna.
Sorry, I totally zoned out.
No,
A 14.
You're so good. Does a 14 hit?
Oh.
No, awesome. So it shoots a crossbow at you, but you're able to like phew, out of the way. The
Tricks.
2 other rubbery boys are going to try to move towards this bear, but they have to make it through the Guardian of Faith. So, all right, one of them passes the dex save, And what is the DC?
See.
Okay, so one passes and one fails. However, I think it only had 20 more damage to deal.
Yeah.
So it deals 10 to both before disappearing. Okay. Two. And they kind of get stunned by that, so they're just able to move. And then the one that was by the hole is going to clutch its head and then focus on you, Thudd. For flavor, maybe it realizes that you're casting a lot of spells, and it's like, that one's gotta go. So it will...
Doing a lot of screaming, so...
Yes. It's going to try Guiding Bolt on you again. Does a 22 hit? No, right?
Yes, it hits.
Okay. That is... 16 radiant damage. Okay. And next, you guys all hear this, like, you get this pressure in your brain once again, but it feels different, Isleen, than the usual pressure you feel when it's trying to kind of take over you. It feels like it wants to communicate. Same with the flumps. You can make a wisdom save, but you can choose to fail if you want to open communication.
I'm gonna roll to decide. Okay, it's gonna communicate with me.
Okay. Anybody else? Or do you want to just make
Oh, this is happening
it's
to all of us.
everybody. It is, you all hear it and feel it. So you can either make the wisdom save to let the dice decide, or open up and let it...
Absolutely not.
Yeah, after seeing that
100%
thing.
no.
Alright.
Oh.
Big no there.
Wisdom saves, please.
I didn't make it. It's 11.
Okay.
17?
Nice.
30-20.
Alright, so Isleen and Thudd, you hear this, like, echoey voice in your head, really creepy, and like this laugh, and it's like, foolish mortals. I can simply get more slaves. I see you would have been useful to me, but perhaps I will return on another day instead. You can do what you wish with the humans. They are of no more use to me. Goodbye.
Dog?
And you see, it kind of circles you guys underneath the ice before seemingly going back beneath the surface.
Said that the ice is only about a foot thick, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is it using the disengage action?
It is not.
Can I use my Warcaster to make an attack of opportunity on it?
Sure.
Okay. Directly below where I think it is.
Okay.
Thudd is gonna close his eyes and can he talk back?
Yeah. If you you can communicate back telepathically once it's opened communication to you.
Okay. He's gonna say in his head, "Not so fast!" And let's see. I have some level 4 spells left. I'm going to cast down kind of like right below it, maybe sort of next to it.
Mhm.
It's a 20-foot radius, so I don't want to catch anybody that I'm friends with in this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to cast Gravity Sinkhole.
Okay.
A 20-foot radius sphere of crushing force forms around a point that you can
see. So I don't know if I can see through the ice. There's a lot of holes in the ice.
There's a lot of holes in the ice, and it's thin enough to where you can, at the very least, see its outline.
Okay. So I'm gonna actually kind of orient this center towards one of the holes,
Okay.
hoping to like kind of
Catch it.
stick him there, and
Yeah.
maybe people can get a couple whacks at him.
Okay.
So each creature in the sphere must make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, and so which hole are you going to make it by? Are we going to make it by the?
How about this one?
That
The
one?
big one.
Cool. All right.
'Kay.
All right, that is a failed con saving throw from Mr. Eel.
Okay, so he's going to be pulled in a straight line towards the center of that sphere.
Great. Does
And
he
he's
take
gonna
any
take-
Yes, he
yes.
does. Okay,
Yes, he does.
perfect.
5d10.
Awesome.
That was a really good roll. I rolled a
So-
10, a 10, a 9, an 8, and an 8. That's 45 points
Wow.
of force damage.
Nice.
And you see him get
Very
sucked over to the hole.
cool.
That is the MVP.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
definitely.
Graviturgy wizards are the premier battlefield control
That is
wizards.
awesome. So you actually also, there is one more rubbery guy by the hole. And,
Oh, poor guy. Sorry, dude.
He fails the save.
Okay,
as well,
so he takes that
Oh,
damage
no.
too. 45 points.
Okay.
All right, he
Little buddy's looking a little bad.
collapses.
He gets
Oh, no,
sucked
guy.
into the.
He
He
gets
gets sucked
sucked
into the
in
center
and
there. His whole
he-
body's like being pulled
He's
up
just
against
like,
it.
and he collapses.
Sorry. My bad.
Since it tried to escape and failed, we will go back into initiative. So Zen, it is your turn again, and it is
All right,
now
all right.
stuck in one place.
Oh, here we go.
You're
So. Oh, there's so many options. Okay, Zen is gonna go full ham on this. All right, she's gonna use like all of her actions right now
Okay.
because she's over it. She's over it.
Yes.
She doesn't want to go back in that water.
Dude.
She's
don't want to
cold.
go back.
Okay, she's so cold. Guys, imagine falling into the water in the Arctic. She's so cold. All right. So first thing. Okay. 12 plus 7 is a 19. Plus 2 is a 21. Minus 5 is a 16.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay. That's fine. Don't worry. She gotta keep going. This one is a less than that, so that's not gonna hit either. But she is going to action surge, take an additional action, but because she gets extra attack when she takes the attack action, she gets 2 more attacks.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
okay. So even though they both missed, that's fine. We're fine. It's no big deal. No, that was not gonna hit at all. We're just
It's okay. It's okay.
does a 17 hit.
It does.
Yay!
Sounds
Maybe you're
good.
just a little traumatized by watching
Yeah.
that guy get ripped
You're
apart.
really cold, so you're just kind of like.
She's really, really cold. Okay, and then she is going to use a grasping arrow when she shoots it.
Okay.
So it's going to take extra poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and on the first time of its turn, if it moves more than 1 foot, it's going to take slashing damage unless it tries to get out of them.
Okay.
And that would be
it's
something else.
action.
So let's do this first. Okay, so that's going to be start with 5 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then that's 11 poison damage.
Okay.
For now.
Sweet.
No. There's a lot of rolls that failed that time, but that's okay.
That is okay. You got it. So, just to clarify, if
Yes.
if it moves more than 1 foot, then it takes slashing
Yeah.
damage unless
Mhm.
it takes its action to try to get out. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it can use its action to remove the brambles against my save.
Awesome. Sweet. I will keep that in mind. So next is Thudd once again. You is that a concentration spell?
It's just a one-time use. So
Great.
when it's that thing's turn again, it can
Get
do what it wants to
Okay.
do.
Got it.
Okay. It's my turn again.
Yes, and you have obliterated one of the rebel men.
How is this thing looking? I can see him on the water, right?
Yeah, you can see blood, and you don't know much about this creature, but it is pretty clear that if it were to leave, it is because it genuinely feels like threatened.
Haha!
I'm gonna do that same spell again.
Awesome.
This time I'm gonna make the gravity sinkhole up and out of the water. I want to drag it up onto the ice.
Okay. Awesome. Remind me, is that a save?
It is a Constitution save.
Awesome. Failure.
Okay. So we're gonna put it like, let's drag him up to here. So I'm gonna center the sinkhole kind of in the air right here.
Cool. Awesome.
And so it is dragged. Let's see. Must make a Constitution saving throw. They are pulled in a straight line towards the center of the sphere, ending in an unoccupied space as close to the center as possible.
Awesome.
Even if that space is in the air.
Sweet.
Okay.
Now, so then answer me this. If on the next turn it kind of drops, does that mean it could potentially take falling damage? Or
I mean, it would take, as soon as it gets sucked up into there, it takes that damage, and then the spell is like over instantly. So yeah, it could fall. I don't know how tall this cavern is.
It's probably like 30 feet tall, but
okay. The farthest that he could, if I just caught him on the edge, the furthest he could fall would be like probably 15 feet because I'm going at a diagonal, right?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So let me roll the damage for that one. Not as good as the first time. Only 21 that time.
Okay, no problem. Great.
But I want to get a look at him now.
Yes. Isleen. You hear the same voice in your head that you've been hearing for the past, like, however long. And since you opened communication with it, and it's been kind of in your mind, it sees your greatest desires. Could you just share those with me real quick?
Wow.
Her greatest desires would probably be just to do as much good as she can and then go and live her life somewhere calmly.
Okay. So he sees this like wonderful image in your mind, and he kind of focuses on you. He's in the air now, and so you guys can get an even like better look. I'm gonna make his little icon visible on the overlay. I realized I didn't have the pictures saved on my phone, but I'm gonna send it over. But you can get a really good look of him now, and boy is he ugly. He is not cute. Yeah, he is not cute. But he kind of focuses on you, Isleen, and you're now a bear. And he gets into your brain once more, and he's kind of like, you want to be a hero? Look at you now. And you will have disadvantage on your wisdom save.
Shando knows what that is. Thudd does not.
Oh, yeah.
Shando does, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Zen doesn't. Ashley's seen some of those.
I rolled a 4 twice, so that's a 13.
Okay, so you are enslaved once again, but this time...
8!
this time, because it is out of the water, its tentacles reach and touch you. And you are a bear, but your fur starts to spread and get a little rubbery and darker and rough. And these, like, strange, like, gills are on your neck, and suddenly you're suffocating. And you just cannot breathe out in this air. And you have the overwhelming desire to get back into the water. Or you will suffocate.
Oh my.
Do we see all of that happen?
Oh, yeah.
Poor Isleen.
Okay.
I
I mean,
through it.
I just came in to have a good time, and I thought the little
Get some
mushrooms
snow
were pretty
cones,
cool.
maybe. Like, some snow cones would be nice. Like,
It went from so wholesome with the mushrooms to just like, I'm gonna attack the party. Oh my.
Is it my turn?
it is your turn.
Alright. I gotta get back in the water.
So,
When its tentacles move, did it move more than one fight?
it did. So it'll take the slashing damage.
Alright, that's gonna be 11 slashing damage.
Awesome. Alright, so it is not doing super well. Isleen, you run towards this hole and you get in, and suddenly you can feel your lungs again and you can breathe, but you are not in control of your limbs, and like you're kind of in this catatonic state where you almost feel like you're sleeping, but I think I froze again. You almost feel like you're sleeping, but your body is clearly still moving, and you're kind of like trapped within yourself. Fauna. That just happened.
Okay.
Well,
I just saw her gills jump in the water.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, this thing is out in the open.
Yes.
Okay. Not blood, but is blood on it?
On it, it's... So, here's the weird thing about it. You don't see red,
Hmm.
but it is excreting a purple liquid that is
Okay.
maybe the way its blood looks, but it doesn't...
Grape.
Grape flavor, yes. Grape flavor.
Grape.
Grape
Okay.
syrup, but it
Cursed
doesn't look
flavor.
red like usual, blood.
Okay. Okay. I think this is. So Isleen can. Okay. 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 Oh. I think I'm gonna cast. I'm just gonna blow one of my 5th levels. Cast inflict wounds at the highest I can possibly do.
Okay.
The thingy. Okay. That's gonna be just a 17 hit.
It does. It does.
yes, yeah.
Okay. And it's gonna be 70-10. Oh my.
Damn.
It's a good spell.
That's spicy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be 48
Wow.
points of
Okay.
damage.
So,
Vaporized it.
for dramatic
Cleric.
effect,
Okay.
it is going to have some, like, dying words, if you will, except if you know about aboleths, they can, depending on the, like, level of them, they could potentially be, like, brought back or regenerated just in, like, their home location. But he's going to center in again on Isleen and sort of, like, strew a string of words that, like, instills fear in her, that she will have nightmares for about a week. She'll have nightmares for about a week after this event, because he has gotten Sorry, I keep freezing. I notice it because I'll be talking and then you're in the same position. I'm like, I froze again. She will have nightmares for about a week because he got his physical tentacles on her and his tentacles in her brain as well. And there's this deep-rooted fear that she will never amount to anything or be a hero. And the effects that were on the Rubbery Boys and Isleen will last for 10 days. So he kind of says this in, it's like fun to him. And he's kind of like, have fun with your friend. My friends will be back soon enough. And he kind of just sinks onto the floor. And the 3 rubbery guys that were still there have that water bubble around their mouths. It's a homebrew of the water breathing spell I made called air breathing. But they need to breathe water. And so does Isleen for the next 10 days.
Can hang because I can breathe in water too. I'll keep you company.
Have a little water sleepover. It'll be fun.
Sleepover.
I mean, sleeping won't be fun for me, but we can try.
Push everybody back into the water. Hey, Isleen, your turn.
I'm like doggy paddling as this bear.
Oh yeah.
I think Zen's gonna turn to Fauna. So where did you go in the middle of all that? You just like disappeared.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like having a good time, so I just had to take a mental break. So I went to the ethereal plane. Just for like a second though. You guys didn't die, so it's fine.
Zen's just sitting there like, right.
It was just too much for me.
So
I'm sorry I made you tired.
Oh,
Okay.
Thudd, you carry the team. You get MVP today.
I'm really
Okay.
sad though because I don't have any more yellow stuff.
Let's go talk to Glenn.
Yeah,
and
we
ask
should go
for his
talk to Glenn.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you should
turn back
release
into
his
myself.
So, Isleen, now that you have to breathe underwater, you see that there's a whole tunnel system to get through the walls of the ice. So you can follow your friends just through the tunnels and, you kind of like, I mean, although you just had like a traumatic experience, you're kind of having like a little fun with it.
Well, yeah, she
You'll,
would.
you'll like go through and you'll like get next to Thudd and you'll like make a funny face to the ice and he'll be like, ah! And like,
Yeah.
and you can like go and you can see the other like sculptures that were there and you can see the spot where the aboleth used to hide to pretend to be a sculpture. So you can be present just like in the walls that the minions were using to travel. You open the ice back up and Glenn is in that same position and it's just
Oh
he's
With the
just,
pants.
like, in the position and he's just like, hey guys, where's your
Oh yeah, sorry. What's the password? Ants in your pants, and then suddenly the regular pants again.
Okay. Oh,
Love it.
what happened?
Hi, Glenn.
Hi.
Well.
The thing is,
Well.
What?
Lemon
we got-
syrup.
Yes.
yeah.
So a few things.
He kind of at first he gasped and he's like, wait just a minute. And he goes behind his bed, which is just a block of ice. And he kind of like shovels through things and he's like, that's why I always carry a spare. And he like brings over the lemon syrup
Yes.
and gives it to Thudd and is like, we'll make snow cones. Now, how did
Yeah.
that all go?
Isleen gets really excited, but then realizes that she can't really have it, so she kind of
Zen's kind of
Oh no.
shaking because she half expects to end up in the water again. So
Yeah.
she's kind of just like, someone else. Like,
Meanwhile,
Someone
Thudd and
else.
Fauna are just like snow cones.
That'll cast prestidigitation and dry all of us off.
Oh,
Oh,
So we're not wet
nice.
anymore.
awesome. And
Can I like firebolt a hole in the floor, in the ice floor?
so that Isleen can kind of like chill there.
I just want to pour some out for my homie, like
Yeah,
she
sure.
can get the flavor.
At first, Glenn is like, "What the heck are you?" Like he's like, "Dude, this is my room," and then he like sees Isleen and is like, "Oh," and he like lets you do that, and he's like, "It's okay, it's ice, it'll freeze again," and he's like, "It's okay." And he's kind of looking towards you guys to like tell him what happened, because he was like, I don't know, I was just hanging out and then I heard like screaming and lots of splashing. Did you guys have like a pool party? Like what?
Zen's
say
gonna
that.
also turn, and she's gonna prestidigitation her hair like straight and nice.
Mhm.
She does have that. She's like, I have magic too, guys. I do. And, she's gonna say, you know that scary thing in the wall?
Yeah.
It was much scarier than you described it to be.
Isleen's just
And, yeah. And, but it's gone now.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm not very good with words.
It's okay.
Can I make it up to you? Unlimited snow cones!
Okay.
I was gonna say we better get snow cones
Guys.
for free for the
Guys.
rest of our lives.
This is literally all I want.
Also, Fauna, I'm kind of like jacked up. Can you help me?
Oh, yeah, I'm a cleric. I got you. Got you. Let's do some fun, fresh cure wounds
Yes.
and get 21 points. And I'll do it on myself. I'm not doing too hot. Okay, 19.
That was a good warm fuzzy. Thank you.
Also, Lydia, is it your birthday?
It is my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Birthday!
Happy
It is
birthday!
officially 4 minutes into my birthday.
Yay.
Awesome. Okay.
So old.
I will montage the ending.
Yay.
So basically, you guys, you defeated this really big, scary eel thing and all of its minions, pretty much, and you're able to. Isleen hangs back, and you guys kind of go tell like Billy what's going on and what happened before going back to hang out with Glenn. And everyone kind of comes this time because they realize that this was like a traumatic thing, and Glenn's snow cone cart is in the caves. So everyone is like, well, there's no reason why we can't go ice fishing like at Glenn's. So he has his whole cavern just like filled with the town, and like the flumps come out and they play cards with you guys.
I love them.
And he has enough lemon syrup to get all the townspeople at least one, but he makes sure to get enough to like make sure that you guys get as many as you want. He puts in another order for more lemon syrup and offers that you guys will have free snow cones whenever you come into town. And Billy personally thanks everybody. Everyone is so thankful. And after the 10 days, Isleen is good as new, aside from the nightmares, and as well as the other people that had been enslaved. And you guys are heroes of Cold Crest.
Yay! I like to imagine that Thudd like just kept rolling a snowball around, so it was like as big as him, and then just like poured lemon syrup all over it, and it was just like, oh.
Yes, I definitely would like to imagine that as well. So that is my one shot, you guys. That was
That
Thank
was
you.
awesome.
That was amazing.
Thank you for putting
That's
that
so fun.
together. It was really
Yes,
cool.
thank you. That was so much fun.
Thank you guys for playing with me. I hope to play with you guys again. I love this.
Yes.
Awesome.
It was great. It was a great group.
So, does anyone... We're
great.
doing pretty good on time. We're at, like, almost exactly 3 hours. So, do we have enough time? Do you guys want to go around and, like, say your favorite part?
Yeah,
Sure.
Awesome. So, Shando, do you want to start?
I don't know. I enjoyed ripping that thing out of the water.
I'm sure
That felt pretty good.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I liked that cool grasping arrow that you have.
Yeah.
Like, are you an arcane archer? Is that like
Mhm.
your
Yeah.
fighter style? That's super
Yeah.
cool.
That was
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
wanted to
like
try it
that
out.
Lydia kept getting mind
I
control.
know.
I didn't
Yeah,
like
that
that
was too
part.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lydia, what was your favorite part, birthday girl?
Oh, 100% the flumps. Little mushroom
Yes.
flumps.
Oh my
They were
god.
so
They were
cool.
so cute.
Yeah,
Ah!
absolutely.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, I agree. I didn't really like the whole mind control part either, but at the same time, it was also like kind of cool, but like
It was
in like the
funny.
bad way.
It was
you know?
cool. It was cool, but
But
not
also
enjoyable.
cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Ashley, what about you?
I have like two. Like one I really liked, Glenn. Like Glenn was just so
He was
wholesome
so
and just
cool.
like, oh, I wanted to give Glenn a hug because he's like, I'm scared I'm gonna hurt you, and I'm like, no, don't worry. Oh, I want to find out about that. Was he mind controlled?
He was. He
Yeah,
was
okay.
mind controlled, like how Isleen was at first, where it didn't involve
Mm.
the water and the touching, and he was basically used as the tool to get the
Mhm.
slaves and get the food for the slaves.
Right. And then I think my second favorite part was like even like was when Isleen was mind controlled, because like how I'm picturing it is like Zen just like barely gets out of the water and is like just making it. She's still like sputtering and coughing and gasping for air and just like with all her energy trying to shoot an arrow, and then all of a sudden she's back in the water and she's like, dude, I thought you like I just looked at you and fine. What just happened?
I love it because Hannah's
So
messaging
funny.
me and she's just like, push him back in the water. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm pushing him back in the
It
water.
was like,
No,
it was like
I think it was so funny.
whispering what she heard in her mind, and it was like, and you know, it could have been a couple of you enslaved, not just Isleen. She just had the bad luck on that whiz save, and then he targeted her. But it was like, you are now enslaved by an aboleth. You hear in your mind, bring your friends to me, your master. Act as though nothing is wrong. Submerge them into the waters. And then it was like, try to get Zen back into the water. Try to get Fauna back into the water.
It was definitely hilarious. Like I'm just picturing this. Like, and Zen, like she doesn't even like being like touched by people. That's kind of her personality. She's like, I'm very like, she's serious, you know. And then like just to get shoved, it's like, bro. And then she gets out. She's like fighting for her life. She's getting dragged down, and then it's just like back in, like goodbye. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
Sid, what about you?
I think I'd have to say my favorite part is the catapult of the lemon syrup.
Yeah, I think I
Like
changed
that.
my mind. I think
I
I like
loved
that
it.
part better than ripping him out of the water.
That was awesome. I love that.
That's amazing.
Well, this was super fun. Thank you guys again. Thank you all for watching. We got a raid about halfway through. That was crazy.
Yes, we
That was nice.
But thank you guys. I think we could say goodbye to the stream if we all want to wait.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Mwah.